Greetings and salutations, good people of the internet. My name is Big Lou and welcome to my workshop. This week's video is going to be a unboxing and setup and review of the Flexio 5000 paint sprayer unit. This is not a sponsored unit. I bought this with my own money from Home Depot. I will have the link to this in the description down below. If you watched my last week's video, you'll see how fantastic the play table that I built for my sister and my nieces turned out. Excuse me, question. How do you know what it's going to look like if you haven't painted it yet? Dude, it's called foreshadowing. Just go with it. It's called foreshadowing. Just go with it. Okay, yeah, Mr. Scorsese, you think you're a big shot. Whatever. I really need to kick him out. Like I was saying, we are going to unbox this thing, set it up, go through the directions, figure out how to use it, and paint the project because, as he said, I actually haven't painted it yet. So that's what we're going to do because painting by hand sucks. And I think this is going to be a really great unit. I've done some research on various different paint sprayers in the prosumer level, and I think this is going to be the thing that works the best. This cost me about $299 at Home Depot, and yeah, so let's get to work. Okay, so the Wagner Flexio 5000 is an all-in-one unit. It's an HVLP system, which stands for HVLP, high velocity, low pressure. So it's going to have its own air supply, and you don't need a compressor, and it's not going to be a direct pump like you would for some of the other higher end professional systems. So it's self-contained and it's got everything you need in this kit, if you will. So let's go ahead and crack it open and we can see what all is in here. And yeah, I'm anxious to see what it looks like. Okay, so I've got it all set up, and because the instructions are incredibly thorough and got some great illustrations and stuff, and yes, I do read the instructions. I'm not him. Huh? Anyway, the instructions, like I said, are very thorough, and they've got some great illustrations and stuff. I think I'm ready to go ahead and start spraying some paint and get this thing some coats on, and I'm going to start with the primer. I'm going to use the primer in the what they call the eye spray gun, and I'm going to use the actual paint, the finish paint coats in the detail finish. All right, I don't know how I'm going to edit this together, but suffice to say, the paint that I'm going to be using is, for the primer, I'm going to be using the Kilns 2 primer, and the paint that I'm going to be using is the Bare Cabinet Enamel Trim Paint and a Semi-Gloss. I have a thing up on the screen showing you exactly what it is so that you know what it is. Anyway, the instructions say that the finishing or the detail gun, the smaller one, leaves a smoother and better finish, and because I'm using an enamel paint on this piece of furniture, I think that's going to be the way to go. Plus, it'll give me an opportunity to try out both of the spray guns and see which one is better, how they are different, such and such. Anyway, I'm talking way too much. Let's spray some paint. Let's go. Woo! so I got 2 coats of primer on it using the combination of the eye spray and a roller and a brush for on the interiors, because you couldn't get the interiors with this big thing. And I got to be perfectly honest with you, for this particular project, this is big time overkill. This is really more for like interior wall type projects and like big yard type, fences and stuff like this. This type of small, stuff, the eye spray nozzle is not the ideal thing. I had a lot of overspray, and dialing it in was just not ideal. But I'm glad that I got to use it and test it out and see what it could do. Okay, so final thoughts on the Flexio 5000 are just, it's a solid machine for the prosumer level, more than just, oh, hey, here's $100 sprayer, and, not quite the high-end $1,500, Fuji or some of the other higher-end, units. This unit is exactly what I need for right now in my shop. It'll get everything that I want to do done. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, make sure you always, anytime you're going to be spraying, any type of paint or finish, that you're using a respirator with the proper type of filter on it. So always very important. Protect your lungs, guys. That stuff's nasty stuff. So always wear a respirator. Anyway, as far as the cleanup goes, it comes with this little fine tooth or fine bristle brush cleaner, which gets into a lot of the crevices and stuff. But I actually found that I had to, it does a great job, but I actually found that I had to use a toothpick to help get into some of the other little crevices and stuff like that. And I used this little offset brush and a green Scotch-Brite pad to just kind of clean up and get it stuff. The paint doesn't really stick to the plastic, and I was actually even able to let it sit overnight with paint in the guns and still keep spraying the next day, and it cleaned up just fine for the second coat. So that's all that I really have to say about this unit. Make sure that you get subscribed down below, have your notifications turned on. If you like this, you can check out my video that I made of building that play table for my nieces and my sister, just in a card, probably on the screen as it is right now. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the next project. You guys, stay motivated, stay inspired, and stay safe. We'll see you next time.